The Saints quarterbacking situation is interesting. Taysom Hill was in concussion protocol. Trevor Siemian comes to the rescue. Jameis Winston, I don't know the severity of that, but I know he was dancing on crutches after the win, but I don't know if that just, hey, I'm going to have surgery here. Do you know anything about Jameis Winston this morning yet, Albert?
Yeah, I mean, I know that they're bracing for the news that, that confirms the ACL tear and that this is going to be it for the season for him. And, it's going to be interesting seeing what they do going forward. I was just, somebody there told me last night, just don't assume that it's automatically going to be Taysom Hill or that we're just going to go straight with Taysom Hill as the quarterback when he's back off the concussion. The point was raised to me because, this guy who I was talking to said, we don't really have like a massive amount of playmakers versus where they had been in the past when they had, Brandon Cooks and, Marcus Colston and Jimmy Graham, all those guys over the years. They're not in that spot right now, especially with Michael Thomas still not playing. And so, I know that there was at least a thought, would we be better off with Trevor Siemian as the quarterback and then Taysom Hill in sort of a slash type of role or a platoon? And normally you'd say like, well, you don't want to be, having a quarterback shuttle will never work in the NFL. And you don't want to be messing with that because it'll screw with the continuity of your offense. But I mean, if there's one coach who'd be willing to try it and who'd be comfortable trying it, I mean, it's the one down in New Orleans, right?
I think it makes the most sense that, just like you said, they don't have weapons. They have Alvin Kamara. And if I can have Simeon as the quarterback and probably fits a little bit more of what they're used to with Drew Brees, and then I can have Taysom Hill, and at least I can interject him into the offense as well. I think with that defense, just keep us in the game. That's all.
Yeah.
And keep it close, and, we can help you win. But to me, that probably makes the most sense. What's the game that you came away from going, what just happened?
I would say, the Saints game, I think it was interesting, but they swept them last year in the regular season. And I think people underrate the talent on the Saints. We get so fixated on the quarterback, I don't think people fully grasp how good the team around Drew Brees was at the end of his career and how they were sort of carrying him more than the other way around at the end, So
now you can't see Drew Brees coming back, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Phillip Rivers maybe, but I don't think. I think you make your calls if you're Sean Payton. Now you call Brees, you call Rivers, you see what shape those guys are in, because you still feel like you've got a team capable of winning a championship. I mean, this team's been knocking on the door for 5 years now. Brees or no Brees, that's still a roster full of guys who are in the prime of their career. So I think, if you're Sean Payton, you don't just stand pat. You turn over every rock and see what you might be able to find out there.
Phillip Rivers.
Shoot, do you take a swing at Deshaun Watson now?
Well, you will get him.
Because your cap situation sucks, but they've always been able to solve that. You know what I mean? They've always been able to find a way. Do you take a while? Because that's the other thing. That franchise has been willing to move draft picks in the past for veteran players. They have not been shy about doing that because they're so confident in their ability to draft and develop. They feel like they don't need the surplus of picks that other teams do. So they've been willing to give up picks in the past, sort of like the Rams are. So, if you're them, do you take a wild swing at Deshaun Watson now? I'm not suggesting it's going to happen, but I think Sean will turn over every rock, and so whether it's making a phone call on Watson or calling Rivers and seeing, hey, when your high school season's over, would you want to come out? I just think you have to, though, Dan. That's the thing is because to me, it's like just rattle off the names on that roster and how many guys are right in the heart of the prime of their careers. And, your Kamaras, your Ryan Ramchicks, your Cam Jordans who's on the back end, Marshawn Lattimore, Marcus Williams, Demario Davis, so many guys that are right either in the heart of the prime of their careers or on the back nine. And, I just feel like they've still got an opportunity to compete at a really high level. And maybe this opens the door for them to do something creative that they wouldn't have thought of had Jameis not gone down.